Welcome back to Project 26. Today we'll be reviewing how last week went and what the heck is going on. This is week 3, y'all. Week 3. Now, immediately, let's just jump right into the goals. So, my latest goals were upload, of course. Then I had to complete group outreach for the Japanese group I'm starting, stream 3 times, and finish clan ad. And the upload and short forms went great, honestly. I found a new series format that I wanted to do. And so I was very easily able to finish that. The only issue is that I think I didn't put enough time and effort into the title thumbnail, and so it didn't get the reach I wanted. But in terms of an output and something that I think will help some people, it's pretty good. The group outreach did okay. So far, I think maybe 4 or 5 people are going to go. I mean, that's all right for a first meeting. I have ways in which I want to increase that for now, but I think that for a first meeting, that's fine. And then streamed 3 times. That did pretty well. So far, I'm thinking Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday mornings aren't going to cut it. I will eventually be, before I hard launch the streaming thing, I will be switching that to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm thinking maybe 5 to 7 p.m. because I'm going to be honest, I think I just need to lock in a sort of prime time slot that people will actually watch. I think that's going to be important long term, and I'm not trying to rush things, but at the end of the day, I need to set myself up for success, and that's the thing I realized with the videos, like the main channel videos. Like, I'm not setting myself up for success, even if money is not the most important thing. At the end of the day, it is still important, and I at least should set myself up for success in ways that make sense. And then there's Finish Clan Ad, and if you've been watching the shorts, that took a long time. I mean, that took hours and hours of Japanese practice. And I'm happy that, I'm practicing Japanese and I'm getting that input, but wow. Whew, that was, just the mental stamina that kind of required for me was a lot. But now that I've done that, I've already started my next visual novel, and I'm already feeling good about that. My reading stamina has definitely increased, and I've also just started really enjoying it by the end. So I think that that's going to be, like, that whole visual novel thing is going to be a lot easier going forward. Let's look at the quarterly goals. Now, upload 12 YouTube videos. This, I admit, I'm kind of thinking of changing. I didn't really talk about changing goals before I started the challenge. Like, it wasn't really a consideration, but I think this is fine. Like, these as quarterly goals, I think are fine. I think once I set like a quarter's goals, I should just go and I should just commit to that. But the issue is that I also have it on input goals, and I'm saying I'm going to do that all year. I think I'm going to change this. Because what I'm thinking is that instead of making, a video a week, I should just make one really high effort video a month and like make a ton of thumbnails, a ton of titles, and just put a ton of effort into the actual video content itself so that it gives it like a much better shot of just taking off. And so even if, I upload, let's say I upload 11 more videos February onward, if 2 or 3 of those like legitimately take off, which is, not a strange possibility, like that's not bad. I'm looking at another, couple thousand in revenue a year, depending on if they're evergreen. If they're short term, then, we're probably only looking at like, several hundred there. Which is nice. And again, it's like, money's not the most important thing, but at the same time, when it comes to actually making a living, it's kind of the bottom line. And this is what I'm going for. So I'll definitely be considering that for quarter 2. But overall, I think the stream 3 times a week, the posting 3 long forms, 6 short forms, I'm thinking I'm going to want to increase that too, in Q2. I think Q1, February, I'm thinking when I hard launch, I'm going to, I know it says set up by 3-1. I'm probably going to hard launch 2-1, because I think I'm ready. But yeah, I will be probably posting daily videos, or at least work up to daily videos and daily short forms, or maybe even multiple daily. We'll see. Yeah, because, again, I'm just trying to set myself up for success and make this work. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I can set this to done, which is nice. It feels nice. And then still working on this, I think. So right now we need 2 anime with Japanese subs and 1 more visual novel for this month. Yeah, and so I think I might start a different anime just because this one is 70 episodes and I'm like 20 in. And it's just kind of, I could finish it for sure, but I don't want to put myself in that same position of where I'm just grinding something, and I shouldn't have to, I think. I'll just continue this on the side, but, start a couple shorter ones and continue with those. Yeah. And then this, I think I'm still doing a good job of being proactive, still thinking, what can I do? What can I change? Like, just be realistic. Look at things the way they are now and just see how I can slightly move from here. That's what counts. And then begin with the end in mind. I've been thinking about goals, been thinking about, the legacy I want to leave behind. I think this is part of that, what I'm doing now. And not just like, again, the impact or the numbers, but just who I become in the process. I think that's going to be important for me. I want to continue the book, I really do, but I'm just so focused on getting stuff done. I'm trying, really, I've actually worked on implementing the habit of putting a book on my bed, putting it on my pillow, and I haven't done that yet, but I think that's going to be key to just reading more. Habit protocol, this is pretty good. I think it's this thing is more of a work in progress. This is just day to day. Make sure that it's, the system is working. Let's see. So I'll keep that orange. And then these, I'm going to be honest, none of these are really moving in any meaningful way yet. But I think, they're output goals. They're not meant to be instantly achieved, and they're not meant for me to really even care that much. They're more just, like, look, I got celebratory donation goals. Heck. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that big a deal. We haven't hit those yet. 12 months in a year. And then, these anti-goals are things I'm staying away from. Use 0 social media. I've been doing pretty well at that. There's just one slight caveat, and I'm just being honest, is when I upload my video on TikTok and upload on Twitter, literally it just shows me the homepage, and so occasionally my attention will get sucked into that, but I won't scroll or anything. It'll just be like that first one, and I'll just be like, wait, what is that? So I don't count that because it's just part of the sort of job of uploading daily and going to that site daily. And it's just, I'm human. It's designed to attract your attention. You know what I'm saying? Related activities, I've succeeded in that. Shockingly, or maybe not shockingly, this one I failed again. Clean diet. It was tonight, actually. It was earlier today. I went out to eat, and literally, I only realized after it was sushi with fried crab in it. After I'd eaten 2 pieces, I was like, wait a minute. That's fried. That's right. I'm not supposed to have fried food. So, that means tomorrow's a fasting day. Tomorrow is a day where I simply don't eat, which is fine because I'm actually starting a new goal. I started this with some friends of losing 6 pounds by the end of March. The end of February. That's right. It's March 1st. Lose 6 pounds by March 1st. That puts me, just being handed at about 184. I'm going to get on the scale and get an exact number, but that's what I'm going for. And, And so it literally, it's perfectly in line with what I intend to do anyways, and it's kind of a good kickstart to that. It's just eating less. Yeah. And then didn't really hit any of these, you know, is what it is. Like I said. Overall, it was an okay week. I mean, goal-wise, I did what I had to do. Of course, that's the backbone of this challenge, but emotion-wise or feeling-wise, there were definitely some times when I was down or like kind of questioning myself or, you know, what I was doing. And being 100% candid, part of that was just resisting certain addictions, and then also having to do this and upload a video at the end of each day when I'm tired and I'm ready to go to bed. And it's like those are the couple of things where it's like, it's at the end of the day when I've exhausted my willpower, I'm like, I gotta keep going. And that and having no time to really think or, I don't know, relax. I haven't been giving myself a lot of time for that. And so I definitely think this upcoming week, I'm going to work a little bit more on just giving myself some time to relax. Maybe, you know, working in some breathing exercises. I've got some coping mechanisms that I just need to lean a little bit more into. Yeah, and I just need to be a little bit more gentle with myself, because it's definitely important to keep going and have grit, you know, and have fortitude and all, but it's also important to understand that you're human, you're not perfect, you have limits. And I know people say like, oh, don't say you have limits, because when you have limits, then the limits, you know, are enforced upon yourself. But I think it can be hard to live in delusion. You know, like people will say, oh, if you don't think you have limits, you'll be able to go further. But ultimately, you still have those limits. And I think it's good to be realistic and just say, hey, I think I can go a little bit further. But yeah, I also should be gentle with myself. Anyways, all that to say, it was a decent week. Got what I needed to done. I'm very happy that I got it done. And I'm looking forward to making sure I keep things sustainable and have a decent week this upcoming 7 days. So, yeah, thanks for watching.